Hello everyone, I'm Dylan Tonight, and in my hands is a beautiful pastel yellow belly ball python female. And in this video we're going to contrast this beautiful young lady with my newest BP edition of male butterball python. Enjoy. Alright, so I had already did a video as for my female ball python, which is, her name is Padme. She's a pastel yellow belly female ball python. I had already did a video on her when I first got her about 3 months ago, probably 4 months ago now, and my computers were all down, and I was getting some new equipment, some new programs and everything, so I did it on my phone. So I deleted that video, and I wanted to give you guys a real, that video was like a minute long. I wanted to give you guys a really good high-def look into at this species, and I thought since a lot of people already know I had this one, I would compare it with my newest ball python, and that's Spock, the male butterball python, so you can get you guys a kind of a size comparison as well as a visual comparison, as well as a sexual comparison between the male and the female of this size. So I thought I would put these guys in the same tank together so you can see what they look like, contrasting, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But first, this beautiful lady, I believe came from the same dealer that I got Spock from at the St. Louis Reptile Expo. Spock, I was going to go back to the reptile show in December and talk to the same dealer I got Padme from to see if this Spock actually came from her. If you wonder what I'm talking about, check out my butterball python video, new ad video I did on Spock, and I'll put the link in the description, and you'll see, get all that information. I won't bore you with that since I already did a video on that, but these guys possibly came from the same dealer. I'm not for sure. I bought Spock from someone who got in contact with me who wanted to get rid of the snake. So, but as you can see with these beautiful two snakes, these are probably the two, by far the best two looking snakes in my collection. And every ball python I get is a ball python that I wanted to get for future breeding projects. Every single one of my ball pythons were meant to be bought for breeding. That is something I'm really adamant about, and I stick to. Every year there's a bunch on my list that I would like to get, and this year it was going to be the Mojave, so I kind of got a jump start with Spock, getting the butterball gene, so that was nice. But the female pastel was a must for me. You had to have the yellow belly is not so much an important thing to me. It just happened to, she just happened to be a yellow belly. I just wanted a female pastel, and I mean, you just really, at least for the projects I want to have, she was a must-have. It was just a no-brainer, as well as my male pinstripe, my male spider. I just felt like I needed those for some of the projects I want to do. And again, I won't bore you with all the projects. You know, if you're into ball pythons, you know where you can get those combinations. So, but specifically with the pastel, even aside from the breeding aspect of it, I actually love the beautiful dark contrast of that beautiful fiery red blushing side that comes from the underbelly. It's just amazing. It's really so amazing to see how many different shades of from yellow all the way to red that you can get on these snakes, especially after they freshly molt. She's a really fiery, bright orange red to the naked eye. Having a pastel for a female was another thing I was really adamant about. And one of the things about the pastel gene and ball pythons, excuse me, is that they're really readily available, just like a normal. You can go to a lot of pet stores and always see a pastel in there. So when you're looking for them, if you're a beginner, you know, you really want to take a look around and be patient when you get in these ball pythons. You can overpay. The ones in the stores that you get at the pet store that you can walk into don't look anywhere near as good as this ball python you're looking at here. It's just, you just really have to be patient. This is a much cleaner snake. You know the dealer. You can touch their hand. You can shake the dealer's hand, the breeder's hand, excuse me. As well as the dealer's hand. I mean, it's just easier from, I always say, buy from someone that you can honestly say, you know that they breed this snake. So if you have any questions, you know, you can go straight to the source, and you know what these animals come from, and they're working with really clean animals. I mean, you really want to get, when you're going to spend money on a ball python, obviously, you want to get the cleanest ball python that you can get, whether you're breeding or it's for a pet. Why not pay the right price for a beautiful animal that is going to blow the socks off anybody who takes a look at it? Not saying anything against if you can get one in the pet store, that's fine. I always find them, they always have them under around 100 grams, maybe a little under, maybe a little bit over. Usually over $100. I mean, I got this beautiful snake for $65 at an expo. You know, it's just a no-brainer. If you can get to an expo or get one online, I would go with that ride. If you're gonna pay $150 for a snake in a pet store, you might as well just go online and go to a BHB, LLL, tons of other dealers. Like I said, this is a beautiful, beautiful snake. Just amazing pastel. And like I said, if you can find yourself a really good one in a pet store, that's fine, but go out and get to some expos and go online, check them out, and get yourself one of these, because you will not go wrong. So if you're a beginner and you're looking to get yourself a first-time ball python, I always recommend pastels. They're really, they're not too expensive, and you can find them pretty much anywhere, even in pet stores. I don't recommend always getting them from pet stores, but it's just an example of how easily you can find these beautiful pastels, and you can't go wrong with them, because it basically is just a very, very good looking normal, except the colors are just 10 times better. So I always recommend these guys for people who want to get into the BP hobby but want something that looks a little bit more showy and has a little bit more coloration, but it still resembles a normal looking ball python. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Take care, be safe out there, guys. Have a good one.